It's the MOPOWERZ, where knowledge is key. How are you all doing this fantastic, super sunny day? And if you're not outside getting some of that vitamin D, I ask that you go ahead and put some all over your face when you get out there. Vitamin D is essential for the health. And if this is your first time watching Mo Powers, I want to thank you and ask that you continue to watch the videos and show and share the information with family, friends, even the guy at the bus stop, train stop, co-worker. Thank you all. Today's video here is entitled Kanye West, Kim Kardashian West, Tamar Braxton, and Nick Cannon. This is a celebrity day today. I know many of you all probably have heard, but guess what? You're going to hear it again differently with something else to think about that they didn't give you in the story. Now, Kanye West is reported to have tweeted that his wife, Kim Kardashian West, is trying to get him locked up in a mental facility by having him to fly out to Wyoming with a doctor to get him locked up. But he's in Oregon. Not to mention the fact that he just had his first presidential rally down there in North Charleston, South Carolina. And there, he spoke about Harriet Tubman not really freeing the slaves, but she just had them to go work for other white people. Well, Mr. Kanye West, that could have been taken many ways, and we won't know exactly what you mean or have meant during that. But I tell you, according to history, and not your words, according to history, she freed thousands of slaves. How many slaves have you freed, Kanye West? How many slaves have you freed? And from the looks of it, your wife is trying to make you a slave. Think about that. Is she really trying to have this man in a mental institution so that they can get a hold of that billions of dollars that he just got? I mean, this is not the first time. I mean, anytime you have money like that and your mate tries to pull a stunt to get you locked up in a mental institution, there's something to it. Not to mention the fact that while he was on this rally, he made a statement. He brought it to the public's eye in regards to how Kim and himself were actually having conversations about their first child because she wanted the baby to be aborted. And she had some type of pills. And he told her, you know that when you take those, it's done and the baby's over. And after that, she wanted to have him locked up in a mental institution. When he went rallying for president, when he made his announcement that he was running for president, let's lock him up in the institution. Walking around with a Confederate flag. Black man honking around with a Confederate flag on his jacket. Let's lock him up. He's having a bipolar episode, or a few. Come on now. What do you all think? What do you all think? Do you think Kim is really after his cash? Not to mention the fact that she already have her own cash. But more than likely, she's a greedy chick. Don't you think? I think so. What do you think? Do you think Kim Kardashian is a greedy chick? Do you think that she really wants to incarcerate him in a mental ward to, get hold of all of the money that he has? And she wanted to abort their first child? You just look at the history of these people, okay? Look at the history of these people. That's all I'm saying. Well, Mr. Kanye West, if you are running for president of the U.S., you do not have my vote. You haven't did anything for black people. Even with the $1 billion that you have and labeled as the greatest hip hopper of all time, but you're not doing anything for the people, yet you're running for president. What's the difference? Is he going to be just like them? Of course he is. Of course he is. So if you, in the future, are planning on voting for Kanye West, just don't vote. Just don't vote. Why waste your time? Then you got Tamar Braxton trying to kill herself. Nick Cannon talking about he want to kill himself. Who cares? Except their family, which they should. But after having all of those millions that you've earned, isn't that enough? Why is it that you will have to sit down and apologize to Viacom, Nick Cannon, after you got fired? Didn't you make enough money on Wildin' Out? Didn't you make enough money on Wildin' Out? Tamar Braxton, didn't you make enough money on your TV show? How much money do you all need that you are willing to commit suicide versus coming down a step or just falling back on your expenses from the lifestyle you living to, I'm not understanding. You're in a great lifestyle, you ain't got no money to live it. Okay, that's like everybody else. That's like everybody else. Welcome to the little people world. But you all got millions of dollars. What's your complaint? And besides, we the little people who made you rich, we don't get anything from you all. So why should we feel anything for you? Have you freed anybody? Have you had any laws changed for, as they say, the minorities in this country? No. Have you bought land so that black people can provide their own food with a community garden by acres and acres? Have you done anything like that? No. Have you done anything like that, Mr. Kanye West? No. Have you, Tamar Braxton, did anything like that? No. So why should we care about you? Why should we care about you? Have you intervened or stopped the police from brutality? No. Have you stopped people from going to prison or jail? No. I'm just saying. So why should anybody vote for you and Tamar Jackson and Tamar Braxton and Nick Cannon? Why should we worry about you being fired or you being broke? You can't be broke. And if you is, that's your own damn fault. There are people who dream of making millions like you all have made and are making, or have some type of other businesses, whereas you can provide some type of income for your family, and you want the poor people to feel bad about you? Come on. People dream about having the life that you live, and even just a quarter of that which you have. But yet, you're complaining. We don't care about that. We don't care about that. So, with that being said, you, Mr. Apology, Nick Cannon, for wanting to do what? Apologizing to the Jews in Viacom? And you, Mr. Kanye West, talking about she didn't free no slaves. She just had them to go work for some other white people. Well, before you became all super duper duper fragilistic apidocious, didn't you work for white Jewish people? In fact, In fact, let me tell you something. Had it not been for white people, Jewish media, that they place you on a pedestal for the whole world to see, you wouldn't be making no money either. MOPOWERZ, where knowledge is key. Let me all know what you think in the comment section. Do you think Kim Kardashian is trying to have him mentally institutionalized to gobble up all of his cash? Oh, one more thing. The album that he's coming out with on Friday called Donda. Now, Donda is a Gaelic term. And if you're not familiar with Gaelic term, well, you have to deal with the people of Ireland. They're natives from Ireland and Scotland. Something somewhat like the Celtics. And Donda in Gaelic language means beautiful leader. In Gaelic language, it means beautiful people, a beautiful leader. And he is not a beautiful leader. Who is he leading? Except for the people who listen to his music. And his music has not done anything for them. So what will he do for you as president if his music does not do anything for you uplifting? Leave your comments in the comment section. I would appreciate it. And remember, knowledge is key. It's MOPOWERZ. Thanks for viewing.